Everyone, this is Craig from Campaign Planner. In this video, I wanted to show you a little something I came up with here, considering all of the attacks that the current Trump administration has been moving forward with on companies like ActBlue and other organizations trying to process donations for Democratic candidates. So I've come up with a little simple system that runs through WordPress, and it also runs through Stripe that you can use. So here's what it looks like. So you have your pretty familiar donation page here with your logo, very minimal in terms of menus, really no menu here to distract you. You can have an image on the left, you could have text, you could have video. It's got your contribution rules, your disclaimer for your campaign. It loads up a couple quick and easy buttons here. You could have these buttons be any number you want. And then as soon as you click on the number, it'll click through or pass through to the amounts. You'll notice that you can load up any numbers here, or you can put in really any number if you want. You could make that 100 and that'll carry through. You can also make this, instead of a one-time, you can make it a monthly donation, really any recurrence there. And again, you can kind of change this and really put any number in here for the monthly donation, or just click one of these buttons and then I'll carry through as well. Over here, once you continue on, you could add details and you can add really any details here. So we'll just put some quick information in here and I'll show you how this process is. But it's pretty easy, pretty standard form. Obviously, some of this information is going to be required. Some of it won't be required. All this information will be saved. We have the employer information here, which can be saved on a transaction basis. You could also just click this button for student, retired, currently unemployed, or self-employed, and then you can continue on and you can go to the payment. Now, we're running this through Stripe. So let's just do a transaction here, which is a test transaction through Stripe, and we'll add just some general card info in here. This is not a real card, so don't bother copying this. And we'll go ahead and submit the payment. Now, once that's done, that obviously makes that donation through that credit card to Stripe, and then it will pass to any page you want it to. Here we have just a simple thanks for supporting our campaign page. Now, one thing to note is this does run through WordPress and it runs through Stripe. Stripe accounts are free to get. They have a very small processing fee. A lot of big processors use them. I think they run about $1.5 trillion or close to $2 trillion a year through Stripe. So it's a huge organization. I've used it, I don't even know, for thousands and thousands of transactions. It just works. That's one thing to know. The second is you need WordPress for this to work, and it's a form plugin that we use to make this all work. Now, if you don't have a WordPress site, that's okay. If you want to have another way to process donations, you could stand up a very quick WordPress site for very minimal cost. You could even stand it up next to your existing site or as a subdomain of your existing site and install this software to make all of this work and work perfectly. So this is a great alternative to an existing processing solution. Without knowing what's going to happen in the future with these attacks on these Democratic fundraising software, it's good to have something more than just a single point or a single method for fundraising. And being able to use something like this and Stripe, which is a very resilient processor, is a good idea. So I'm very glad that ActBlue put out that statement about the attacks, and I'm very glad that they're fighting in court. The only issue is we don't know how long that's going to take. And if you're a campaign, we're really close to primaries right now. We're going to be very close to the general election. You really don't have the opportunity to mess around with this, and you want to make sure that you have a plan for the continuation of your fundraising. So this is a great way to do it. This is really all based on a lot of conversations I had over the last couple of days with candidates and campaigns and even nonprofit organizations on the Democratic side of things, asking me if there are alternatives to processing with ActBlue and companies like NGP Van. All of these companies, it seems recently, are coming under targeted or being targeted by the Trump administration. So if you're looking for an alternative way to make things work and have control of it and keep it on your site, this is a great way to do it. If you have any questions or you're looking for ways to implement this, just check out the description of the video. You can give me a buzz and I'm happy to walk you through or point you to any of the code that I used or any of the plugins that I've used to make this work. It's also worth noting that this works with your standard ref codes. So if you wanted to put in a query string up here, like ref code equals some ref code, that will work. That will work just fine. When this form is submitted, you'll notice that that ref code is persistent up top. So when this form is submitted, that information will flow through the transaction into Stripe, and you'll be able to report out on that. So if you're a campaign that has multiple donation pages or you use multiple ref codes, all of that will come through perfectly. Also, down here, all of this information is attached as meta to the transaction. So if a person changes occupations or some of this information changes, that all gets recorded on the transaction level for your reporting. So everything is taken care of there as well. You can also have a query string for the amount. So if you have a custom email that you're sending out and you have buttons in the email with different amounts, that information will carry through as well. And that carries through to the form, just in case you have a number there that is different than, say, one of these buttons. So you'll see there that carries through that donation of $198. So all of the typical functionality that you would get with some of the existing processes is going to be here as well. If you'd like to implement something like this on your site or with your campaign, you can give me a buzz or shoot me an email. I'll be happy to chat with you and show you how you can do that pretty easily. It's very easy to set up a Stripe campaign and start taking donations within a couple minutes. I think most of the campaigns I've set up on Stripe, you're talking about maybe a 5 or a 10-minute setup, even with confirmation of some of the information. In terms of setting up the web and some of the other stuff, you can have all of this running in an hour or less. You can set it up along with your existing site, or you can set it up as a subdomain. All that's pretty easy to get running and get it running very quickly. If you have any questions, give me a shout. I'll leave a link or other information in the description of this video. Thanks. Bye.